When we think about motorcycles from the 1960s, most picture loud, flashy machines with big engines and aggressive styling. But hidden within that golden era was a different breed of bikes, the sleeper motorcycles. They looked mild, even forgettable, but packed surprising performance under the hood. From cute Japanese bikes that could outrun expectations to precision-built European machines that flew under the radar, these are the rarest and most surprising sleeper motorcycles of the 1960s. If you've ever judged a bike by its looks alone, this video might just change your mind. Buckle up. These sleeping beasts are about to wake you up. Vespa Allstate Cruiser. At first glance, the Vespa Allstate Cruiser looks like a grandma scooter. Low step-through frame, soft pastel paint, tiny wheels, and elegant curves. But that innocent look is exactly what makes it a true sleeper. Born from a partnership between Piaggio and Sears in the US, the bike was sold under the Allstate brand to appeal to American buyers who were unfamiliar with Italian products. Under its charming body lay a 125 cubic centimeter two-stroke engine. Not huge, but enough to push the bike to 47 miles per hour, which was surprisingly quick for something so small. What made this Vespa even more appealing was its incredible fuel economy, around 90 miles per gallon, making it one of the most economical choices of its time. However, with a short production run and being underestimated by most owners, many Allstate Cruisers were neglected, damaged, or discarded. Today, finding one in good running and original condition is extremely rare, only adding to its status as a true hidden gem. Ducati Scrambler 350. When Ducati introduced the Scrambler 350 in 1968, few expected such a simple-looking bike to carry so much bold character and performance. Its design was modest: small fuel tank, slender frame, solo seat, and an upright riding posture. But that simplicity made it nimble, approachable, and full of charm. Beneath its laid-back appearance was a 340 cubic centimeter single-cylinder air-cooled engine, featuring Ducati's signature bevel-driven camshaft. This motor produced 24 horsepower at 8,500 RPM, an impressive figure for a mid-range scrambler of the 1960s. With a top speed of 81 miles per hour, it could handle both city riding and light off-road detours with ease. Though it was mostly used as a commuter bike, the Scrambler 350 delivered smooth handling, responsive power, and an unmistakable Italian flair. However, because it served as a daily ride for many, most units have suffered from wear, overuse, or poorly matched replacement parts. Montesa Impala 250. While most motorcycles from the 1960s hailed from Japan, Britain, or Italy, the Montesa Impala 250 was a hidden gem from Spain. It didn't grab attention with its looks: simple design, bright red fuel tank, low handlebars, and clean lines. But underneath was a surprisingly capable machine. It featured a 247 cubic centimeter single-cylinder two-stroke engine, producing around 20 horsepower. Not huge, but more than enough to push the bike comfortably past 70 miles per hour. Thanks to its lightweight build and minimalistic frame, the Impala 250 was nimble and quick on tight roads or mountain passes. Montesa didn't build the bike just for city use. It was designed to handle endurance rallies, and that's where it truly shined. Over long distances, the Impala proved to be incredibly reliable, low maintenance, fuel efficient, and easy to repair. However, because it wasn't widely sold outside of Europe, the Montesa Impala 250 is extremely rare today. Honda Dream CA77. N 1966. While most motorcycle fans were drawn to sleek, sporty designs, Honda introduced something completely different, the Dream CA77. With its boxy body, large leg shields, and solid-looking frame, the Dream looked more like a practical commuter than a speed machine. But don't be fooled by appearances. Inside was a 305 cubic centimeter parallel twin four-stroke engine, producing about 23 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. It ran smoothly, reliably, and could push the Dream to 86 miles per hour. Quite impressive for the era. One standout feature was its electric start, a rare luxury in the 1960s, especially on larger motorcycles. Combined with a leading link front suspension, the Dream offered exceptional riding comfort and stability. Though its looks were often criticized, the CA77 earned a reputation for durability, fuel efficiency, and creating countless fond memories for Honda's first wave of global riders. Suzuki T20 Super 6. At first glance, the Suzuki T20 didn't look much different from other lightweight Japanese bikes of the era. Compact, modest, and unassuming. But once you twist the throttle, all doubt disappears. Its 247 cubic centimeter two-stroke twin-cylinder engine could rev up to 7,500 revolutions per minute and reach a top speed of around 94 miles per hour. Quite impressive for the mid-1960s. The T20's standout feature was its 6-speed gearbox, so rare at the time that it earned the nickname Super 6. While most bikes had only 4 or 5 gears, this transmission allowed smoother acceleration and better control across the rev range. Another innovation was the Posy Force system, an engine-driven oil pump that adjusted lubrication based on RPM, eliminating the need for messy pre-mixed fuel. This improved reliability, simplified maintenance, and delivered fuel efficiency between 16 and 20 kilometers per liter. Today, the T20 is a coveted collector's item, but finding one in clean, original condition is tough. For vintage bike enthusiasts, a surviving Super 6 stands as a bold reminder of Suzuki's forward-thinking engineering. BMW R27. The BMW R27 is a bike many would overlook. Small, vintage styling, upright bars, and a black tank with white pinstripes. It looked more like a delivery bike than a high-performance machine. But once you ride it, the smoothness and engineering precision instantly change your perception. It featured a 247 cubic centimeter four-stroke single-cylinder engine, producing 18 horsepower at 7,400 revolutions per minute. Not a powerhouse, but refined and steady. Most notably, the engine was rubber-mounted within the frame, which was rare at the time, significantly reducing vibration and enhancing comfort. The R27's standout feature was its shaft final drive instead of a chain, offering whisper-quiet operation, low maintenance, and superb durability. It also came equipped with an Earl's front fork, providing excellent stability under braking and on uneven surfaces. Only about 15,364 units were produced, and after more than half a century, clean originals are hard to come by. Matchless G15 CSR. The Matchless G15 CSR was the product of a unique collaboration between two iconic British motorcycle brands, Matchless and Norton, both under the AMC umbrella. Though it didn't scream for attention, with its teardrop tank, dual seat, and classic chrome accents, it packed serious performance underneath. Powered by a 745 cubic centimeter air-cooled Norton Atlas parallel twin engine, the G15 CSR delivered over 50 horsepower and could hit speeds of up to 110 miles per hour. An impressive feat for a twin-cylinder bike of its time. With strong mid-range torque, it accelerated with confidence, and handled long rides with ease. The bike also featured twin Amal carburetors, a 4-speed gearbox, and a solid chassis that provided surprising stability for such a large machine. Whether cruising city streets or flying down open roads, the G15 CSR offered a composed, trustworthy ride. Unfortunately, it was born during AMC's financial decline, so production lasted only from 1963 to 1969 in limited numbers. Bridgestone 350G TR. When Bridgestone, widely known for its tires, ventured into motorcycle production in 1967, few took them seriously. But the 350G TR quickly changed minds. It became one of the most advanced two-stroke bikes of its time, with a modest design hiding impressive performance. It featured a 345 cubic centimeter two-stroke twin-cylinder engine, paired with a 6-speed transmission, a leap ahead when most bikes only had 4 or 5 gears. The powertrain was strong enough to reach 95 miles per hour, and the gear shifting was so smooth it was often compared to butter on toast. One controversial feature was the placement of the neutral gear, below first rather than between first and second, which confused many riders. Still, it made up for that with a tall seat, plush suspension, and a comfortable riding posture ideal for long distances. Only around 9,000 units were produced before Bridgestone ceased motorcycle production in 1971 to focus solely on tires. BSA Rocket 3. When the BSA Rocket 3 debuted in the late 1960s, it carried high hopes for British motorcycling. With its boxy shape, upright seating position, and tall fuel tank, it looked a bit conservative. But beneath that traditional styling was a hidden beast waiting to be unleashed. The Rocket 3 featured a 740 cubic centimeter air-cooled triple-cylinder engine tilted 12 degrees forward, not just to differentiate it from the Triumph Trident, but also to improve weight distribution. It delivered 58 horsepower and could hit a top speed of 117 miles per hour, outstanding for the era. Its strengths lay in strong linear acceleration and a deep, throaty exhaust note. Unfortunately, the Rocket 3 had the misfortune of launching right as the Honda CB750 arrived, offering 4 cylinders, disc brakes, and a lower price tag. In comparison, the Rocket suddenly felt outdated. Only about 27,000 units of the Rocket 3 and Trident combined were produced, and many were abandoned or parted out over time. Kawasaki H1 Mark III. As American riders began demanding more horsepower and speed in the mid-1960s, Kawasaki responded with a bold move, the 1969 H1 Mark III. With its clean, minimal design and unassuming looks, few realized this was one of the most powerful and unruly bikes of its era. The H1 Mark III featured a 500cc two-stroke triple-cylinder engine, a rare setup, producing 60 horsepower while weighing only around 384 pounds. That stellar power-to-weight ratio allowed it to run the quarter mile in just 12.4 seconds at over 100 miles per hour, blisteringly fast for the time. But with great power came unpredictable handling. The suspension was average, the steering was light, and high-speed control could feel sketchy. This led to its nickname, Triple with a Ripple, a 3-cylinder bike with a ride as wild as waves. Today, stock examples are hard to find, as most were raced, modified, or wrecked. Honda CB750 Superhawk. In the early 1960s, a 305 cubic centimeter motorcycle wasn't expected to deliver standout performance, but the Honda CB750 Superhawk flipped that notion entirely. This was Honda's first true sport bike, and the one that proved big performance didn't need a big engine. The Superhawk featured a 305 cubic centimeter parallel twin four-stroke engine with a single overhead cam and a 4-speed gearbox, producing 28 horsepower at 9,000 revolutions per minute. Thanks to its lightweight construction and quick revving motor, it could reach a top speed of 104 miles per hour, astonishing for its size at the time. Its styling was clean yet sharp, with a tubular steel frame, bright chrome accents, and a sporty riding stance. It also came equipped with oversized drum brakes that provided solid stopping power, even at high speeds. The CB750 wasn't loud or flashy, but it offered a precise, reliable, and exhilarating riding experience. Honda CB750. When the Honda CB750 launched in 1969, it wasn't just another new bike. It was a turning point for the entire motorcycle industry. Its looks were mild, even modest. Some dismissed it as tame, but under the surface was a machine no other production bike at the time could match. The CB750 featured a 736 cubic centimeter inline-4 engine, air-cooled, with single overhead camshaft and quad carburetors. It delivered 67 horsepower and could hit a top speed of 120 miles per hour, running as smooth as a Swiss watch. What made the CB750 legendary wasn't just the engine, but the groundbreaking package. The first production motorcycle with a front disc brake, electric starter, and world-class reliability, all at an affordable price. Initially, many enthusiasts were skeptical. Honda wasn't known for big bikes, but the CB750 quickly proved that looks can be deceiving. Today, early Sandcast CB750 models are coveted collector's items, from scooters that look like grocery getters to wild two-stroke triples. The sleepers on this list prove one thing: looks can be deceiving. The 1960s were a golden age of experimentation and engineering risk-taking, and in the midst of that chaos, these underrated machines quietly made their mark. Though they didn't always grab headlines, they earned lasting respect for their unique character and technical brilliance. Have you ever seen or owned one of these bikes? Or do you know another sleeper that deserves to be on this list? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love stories about rare, forgotten, or underrated motorcycles, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next.